Lucasfilm has just announced Project Luminous, a new multi-platform story that will be told across books and comics, and their first initiative will dive into the High Republic era. But wait, Screen Rant, don't you mean the Old Republic, which takes place thousands of years before the Phantom Menace? Nope, totally separate thing. So let's discuss. I'm Greg Elliott, and here's how Star Wars High Republic era is different from the Old Republic. With the Skywalker saga now in the rearview mirror, Lucasfilm is looking to do something different by building an entirely new, well, mostly new era to be explored. So, like the Old Republic, the High Republic is set before the events of the Phantom Menace, but a big chunk of time sets them apart. Whereas the Old Republic existed thousands of years ago, the High Republic is only 200 years before the prequel trilogy. They already started dropping some hints here and there. The High Republic era was first mentioned in the 2019 audiobook Dooku Jedi Lost, and was first identified as such in The Rise of Kylo Ren #2 in January of 2020. So, what's going on in the galaxy just a few generations before the Skywalker saga? According to Lucasfilm's Vice President of Franchise Content and Strategy, the High Republic era was a, quote, golden age for the Jedi and also a time of galactic expansion in the Outer Rim. So it's set in a more peaceful time in the galaxy when the Galactic Republic is at its height, and it will focus on the Jedi and their original roles in the Star Wars universe before Emperor Palpatine crept his way into the Empire and destroyed it from the inside. Star Wars has generally depicted Jedis as either on the run or in hiding for the most part, but during the High Republic they were presumably at their high point, not yet being forced to operate under the jurisdiction of the Senate. So they roam the galaxy, dispensing justice and protecting the innocent in their own way, kind of like space cowboys, or space knights more accurately, making it easier for them to maintain the peace how they saw fit. But this is not how things were during the days of the Old Republic, as has been depicted in video games like Star Wars: The Old Republic. Unfortunately for the people around in this time, peace was a lot harder to come by. It was during the early days of the Old Republic that a faction of the Jedi broke off to embrace the dark side of the Force, which eventually led to the birth of the Sith. The time of the Old Republic was plagued by wars with the Sith and other civilizations, and it was these constant conflicts that eventually brought the Old Republic to an end. Now, the Jedi were stronger during the Old Republic than they were in the Galactic Republic era, which is when the prequel trilogy takes place, but it seems like they may have been even stronger yet during the time of the High Republic. But the Sith might not even come to play in this era, because it looks like the High Republic will get its own group of villains to deal with called the Nihil, who are being referred to as kind of like space Vikings, a reckless and lawless bunch whose motto is, "You can't take it with you, but we can take it from you." So basically, this is Star Wars old but newer than the Old Republic, but there are plenty of differences between the two periods, and hopefully enough to make them feel like two distinct eras in case Lucasfilm ever does decide to move Project Luminous beyond books and comics and into TV and film. You know, we'll keep you up to date on anything and everything Star Wars here at Screen Rant, cause well, that's what we do, so keep checking back with us to stay in the loop. I'm Greg Elliott, and may the Force be with you.